44 of the ASU players, 44, are from Southern California. So you can imagine just how many family and friends they have here tonight. It's one reason why Dennis Erickson didn't bring them here until late last night. He wanted to minimize distractions, and there's a big hit by Cameron Marshall to get him out of the shadow of their goal line.
What I like about ASU's offense right now, who's been the most effective player for him? Cameron Marshall. What do you do with your back to the goal line? Yes, you need a big play. Go to Cameron Marshall.
Runs it for 14. Now swing it out to George Bell. Bell's tackled there after a short game.
I'll tell you, UCLA's defense done a good job against ASU. We talked about that first quarter where they had 188 yards. Well, they've had less than 160 in the next two quarters and plus some. They have not done well the last couple of quarters.
Miles in motion. Osweiler goes on the deep out, and that's caught by Jarrell Robinson. And Hackett the ball to try to get it free. Robinson secures it and is inside the UCLA 45.
Brock Osweiler gets away with a bad ball here. Here's your receivers. Look at this out. That's, you've got a go route with an out under it. That ball floated on Osweiler. A bad break on the ball, and they get a big play out of it.
Tevin McDonald didn't miss it by much, but the play goes for 31. Inside, handoff. Marshall gets it down near the 40. Cameron Marshall had 147 yards rushing against UCLA last year. He's going to likely top that this year.
I think maybe with that carry might have. We'll have to wait and see, but he's right up there. You're right. He is putting some yards up, and he's doing it in big-time fashion. He's getting 4 yards a pop, 5 yards a pop.
Is going to get over. He's over 150 for the night, Cameron Marshall, and he's inside the UCLA 30.
Well, his offensive line is obviously doing a great job blocking for him, but what goes unnoticed on that play is Brock Osweiler, who carries out the fake so well. He keeps linebackers pinned in their spot, and they don't respond as well to the outside and flow the way they should.
Well, there's something about Los Angeles schools. Cameron Marshall's from Northern California. He's from San Jose. But he had 141 against USC early this year. And he's had 2 huge games, his career high tonight against UCLA.
And for people who might not know who he is, as you said earlier, Ted, he's been battling a high ankle sprain. Here's a kid that probably could have had just an amazing year this year, but always battling that sprain. You're never right, especially as a running back where you have to cut. So he's finally feeling healthy, and it shows.
Marshall stopped for no gain there. Finally gets a breather. Heavy breather. 24 carries tonight. Oh, and Jarrell Robinson came close. Dalton Hilliard hung on at the ankle there. Otherwise, Robinson might have gone home with it. 18 yards and a first down.
And again, UCLA, though, keeping them underneath all the time. Here's a field level look at Osweiler. He actually came off one receiver and came back under to Robinson. Actually throwing a really nice ball there, but UCLA keeping the ball in front of him.
And Marshall back on the field, and again, the same man, the safety Hilliard, with a leg tackle. Saved the moment. 7 yards for Cameron Marshall.
This is going to be a defining drive for ASU, but really is going to test the heart for UCLA. But Brent, playing at this on the offensive line, defensive line, that's where it really comes down, is the battle in the trenches.
Marshall stopped just short. That'll be a first down. It'll be a first down, not a touchdown yet.
Well, again, you look at that offensive line for ASU with Evan Finkenberg back in at the left tackle spot, but Marcise and Gerhardt and Sampson, they are punishing UCLA's down 4, and they're getting the yardage they need.
Arizona State has come back to take the lead. Osweiler keeps it himself for the score, and the Sun Devils go the field. And with 7:48 remaining, have regained the lead.
And those big boys up front did a great job in that drive and all night, opening holes for the running game, getting things going. Osweiler doesn't have his best game. His receivers aren't always what they need to be doing, but that line is really doing a job for ASU.
And Ted, you talked about for UCLA that they should maintain that lead, keep that lead. Well, really for them, they need to increase that lead because, Arizona State came in this game averaging 35.9 points a game. And for them, they're right in their territory. They're starting to catch that fourth quarter groove. So they got to really step it up and start to increase it by putting it up in the air.
And now, 4-point lead. Arizona State will go for 2. A 93-yard drive. Now they try to make it an 8-point drive. Flag is down. Catch made by Robinson. There is a flag.
Holding, offense, number 69. 10-yard penalty for the previous clock. Replay the try for point.
Well, Dan Knapp, the right tackle, call for holding, and you see Dennis Erickson's response. He can't go for 2 now. He'll send the kicker out.
I understand, okay, you can't go for 2, so you're going to send the kicker out and make it a 4-point game, a 5-point game. But if 2 was better before, why isn't 2 better now?
Well, it's the odds.
Yeah,
it's a 13-yard play.
If you want those points, I guess you're still chasing them, is my point.
No, I agree with you, Glenn. That makes a lot of sense.
And the kick is up and good for 1 point by Guru. But the big thing is Arizona State cashed in 93 yards. And Osweiler finished himself. Sun Devils up 5.